All right, now we've got our aliens, we've got our weapon. Now we just need our laser beams. So whenever this thing fires, it needs to shoot out a laser. So let's create a new sprite type for lasers. And just for the heck of it, let's have our laser gun shoot out these little thunk beavers. But we're going to want to make these much smaller. So if I take a laser out there, you can see that's a very large laser to be firing. So instead, let's change that to maybe 10 by 10. So you can kind of see that it's still that laser. Okay. So let's make sure we do this for every single one of those sprite types. So every sprite of type laser that we create is going to have height 10 and width 10, and that's because we're making this change to the sprite type. Okay. So now, when the user touches anywhere on the canvas, that's when we want our laser gun to fire. So let's create a new event. So when pointer is down on canvas 1, that's the event that happens when you touch your finger to the canvas. We're going to create a new sprite of type laser. And in this case, where we're going to create it is where our weapon is. So we're going to create it at its where the weapon X and Y, so that it looks like it comes from the laser itself. So it's going to create a sprite of type laser at the X and Y position of our weapon, and it's referring to it as component. So what we want to do is set its angle to be 270, so that's pointing straight up. And we're going to set its speed to be 100. So let's set its speed to 100. Okay, and let's try this out. So now I've got this moving back and forth, and when I touch on the screen, you can see that it fires. But right now, all they do is just go right through the aliens and get stuck at the top of the screen. So that's the next thing we've got to fix. All right. So if a laser makes it all the way to the top of the screen without hitting any aliens, we want it to just disappear. So any sprite of type laser that hits any edge, we just want that sprite to disappear. So grab this. This is the laser sprite that hit the edge. So this will just remove it. Now, when one of our lasers collides with an alien, then we want to get rid of the alien and get rid of the laser. So when anything of sprite type laser collides with anything of type aliens, then we're going to remove both of them. So in this case, Collide 1 is the laser sprite, Collide 2 is the alien sprite. We don't really care. We want to get rid of both of them. So now, if I start this up and I fire something, there it collided with 2. You can see it removes aliens when it collides with them, and when it gets to the top of the screen, a laser also disappears.